Hey guys, Michael Todd here, and I wanted to shoot a quick video to discuss an issue that I had that came up within my Kartra system where my leads that I was putting into Kartra were not getting the emails in the automated sequence like they should have been. And so I want to share with you that to see if that might help you if you've had the same problem and you may not even know you had this problem. And also while I'm in there, I want to do just a quick tutorial on Kartra, because I know there's a lot of people within the group who are thinking about getting it, and also some of you already have Kartra, but you may not know some of the features. And so even though I'm not an expert on it, I want to kind of show you some things that I've found. So what I'm going to go over is how to manually add a lead, how to do a broadcast, a welcome email, and also how to use the cloning feature, how to add tags to your leads, how to add them to lists and sequences, how to create tags, lists, and sequences, how to check to see if your leads are getting the emails, and then also I'm going to share with you what I did wrong and how you can fix it if you are having that same problem. So this page, right, excuse me, this page is one that you guys are probably familiar with. This is the comprehensive review page that we do a lot of our marketing with. Now what you may or may not know is under step 2, comprehensive review, there's a button that says email me this. Now if the lead clicks this particular button, they will be automatically added into Kartra. They will have the correct list, sequence, tag. You don't have to do anything. It's perfect if they do that. Now, however, if they come in through this particular button, it's going to take them to a lead capture, a HempWorks lead capture page like this one. And also, you know, we're sending a lot of our leads directly to these lead capture pages. So when they fill out the information here, they become a pre-enrollee, but they don't automatically get added into Kartra. So what what I've been doing, and a lot of people in the group have been doing, is just manually adding them into Kartra one by one, so that we can email them through Kartra, and also they can get the automated emails. So it's a real simple process. You simply go to your contact manager in your back office. Here's a particular lead I had filled out, I had pulled up. And all you do is just copy and paste the information into Kartra. So what you do is you click on My Communications, click on Leads. And by the way, let me make a really important point. It's okay to do it like this by manually adding them one by one, but you do not want to do any type of bulk upload into Kartra. They really frown on that. So anyway, all you do is you click the green plus button, click this button. Then, like I say, it's just a matter of copy and pasting. I'm going to put in a dummy email just to show you guys. First thing you want to do is save it before you do anything else. And then when you save it, here you can add tags. You can add them to lists. You can add it to a sequence. So I'm going to click on Add Tag. Select my category, HempWorks. Then now this is a lot of these tags, and I'll show you in a minute how you create one, but I'm gonna do this one here, send a welcome email, add. I'm gonna add another tag, and you'll see in a minute why this one's important. HempWorks comp review opt-in, add. And you can add it now. You can add it to a list here. Mine is already added to a list because I've got a couple of automations in place, which I'm not going to go over that right now. You don't need to know that, but it is simple to do, and it kind of speeds up things a little bit. Same thing with sequences. My lead here is already added to the sequence because of the automations, but here's where you would do that. Simply choose the sequence and add it, and then save it. That's all you do there. And then also, let me show you how you, before I get into the broadcast and the welcome emails, let me show you how you would create these tags and lists and add them to sequences and lists and stuff like that. So if you click on tags, it's just like adding a lead. You click the green button, you name it, you do a description, select a category, create. It's just that simple. And it works the same way with the lists and the sequences. Now, another thing that you can do, another way that you can create those tags click on the lead, the name of the lead, and when you go to add a tag, it'll have a button right here that you can create a new tag. So that's just another way to do it. Also, I want to show you, excuse me, I want to show you how you can check to make sure your leads are getting the emails. So when you're in the profile, there's two different places you can look. You can look under log, and it'll show you, this is a fairly new one here. This one hasn't even started. Let me go into another one. That does show that this welcome email was sent. But let me go a little further down the list. Here's one that would have gotten some of the automated emails. So under log, yeah, you see email 1 and 2 in the sequence. It says email sent. This is where I discovered that mine were not being sent, because this did not show this way under a bunch of leads that I had in previously. Also, you can look under communications, and it will show those leads being sent, but also here you can see if they've been opened, or if the links have been clicked on within the emails. So once I discovered that I had the problem where my emails weren't being sent, I didn't know how to fix it. And the reason why I thought I couldn't figure it out was because, let me just show you. If you click on these leads, okay, I had these leads subscribed to the correct list. I had them subscribed to the correct sequence. And even under current step, it looked as if they were progressing through the sequence and receiving the emails, but they actually weren't. So I reached out to Kartra support. They sent me back a detailed response with screenshots and told me exactly what I was doing wrong. And let me share it with you guys. So hover over communications, click on sequences, and there may be an easier way to go into these sequences. I don't know. But the only way I know to do is find the sequence. This is the one in question. Click on edit, and click on edit again. And it will bring you into the actual sequence itself. So these are the individual emails. Now these are called starting rules over here. The starting rules, I was complying with them by they're in the right sequence, the right list. So technically they were subscribed to the sequence, but they weren't getting the emails. And here's why. If you go into any of these individual emails, click on edit. If you scroll down a little bit where under recipients, it says has tag comprehensive review opt-in. So my leads did not have that tag, so they were not getting the emails. That was the key point right there. Now, before I share with you how to fix that, I just realized I forgot to show you how to do a broadcast. So once I get the leads in there, like I showed you how to do, the next step I want to do is I want to send them a welcome email. So you can do that by creating a new broadcast by clicking the green plus sign like we have with the rest of the things. And I did that initially, but what I do to save a little time now is I use the cloning feature. And the cloning feature, how it works, let me get out of that. How this works is this right here. You take the last welcome email that you sent out and you click this button that says clone. And you're going to have to give it a new name, so I usually just make it a little bit different than the previous one. Click clone. Then it's gonna have everything pre-filled out already. So, I've got the correct email address there. I click save and next. Now here, it's gonna have just the one email that I want to send the welcome email to because the way I tagged it. So I click save and next. Now the subject and the body of the email is already filled out, so I just click save and next again. Now I had to put that in the first time, for when I did the broadcast. But this is just a way to save a little time. So you click, there's no automations here, so save and next. And then what you do is click send now. I'm not going to actually send it, but when I click save and next, there's going to only be one more screen. You click yes, and the email is sent. Then what I do, because that tag only needs to be in place long enough for them to get the email. So once that sends out, I actually go back into the email and remove that tag, send welcome email, so that they won't be sent it again, you know, when I do the next welcome email. So anyway, how did Kartra tell me to fix this? So what you have to do, click back on leads. Well, I'm already in leads. So now what you have to use is this advanced filter. Click these three dots. There's a lot of ways you can filter this out, but for the purpose of what I'm doing here, I'm going to click the first one, does not have tag. I'm going to select the tag that caused the issue to start with, which is this one, comp review opt-in, add it. We're going to filter it once again a second way. This time I'm going to put subscribe to sequence, and this is the correct sequence, so I click add. Now at this point, I've got one in here just to show you how this works, but I had a list of, I think, 59 that weren't getting my emails, you know, when I discovered this problem. So what you have to do to fix it is this. Now that you have your list, in this case just one, you want to select the whole list, go to actions, and you want to subscribe to a new list. Now you're going to have to create this list and name it whatever makes sense to you. I've already named the one when I fixed it earlier, and I called it very ingeniously ones I had to fix. So anyway, I saved that. Now that list, this lead is subscribed to this brand new list. Now what I have to do is have to select the leads again and then go in and unsubscribe it, excuse me, from the original list that they weren't getting the emails from. So that's this one. Okay, so now I'm going to click leads again to bring up all the leads. No, actually, excuse me, actually I want to go to lists. And I'm going to, now the ones I had to fix, you see there's 60 in here because the one I just did in the original 59. But what you do then is you click on this list to bring up the however many leads you're fixing. And again, this is only if you had this problem. I mean, you know, maybe nobody else did but me, but so anyway, they're all here. So again, I select the whole list, and at this time what I want to do is I want to assign a tag, and I want to assign the tag that it was missing to start with, which was this one, add save. Now the last step to this is select all the leads again, and then I'm going to resubscribe to the original list, which was this one. So anyway, now what has happened is I've resubscribed them to the list, but prior to doing that, they had the correct tag, so they will get the sequence like they should have originally. So anyway, didn't mean to get too long-winded. I hope this helped. Excuse me. I hope this helped. And if you guys have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be glad to expound upon it a little more. Thanks.